It's an exciting time to be alive. Technology is advanced far beyond what our grandfathers ever could have thought we could do with it. You know what's coming out that I'm excited about as a cinephile? 4K Blu-rays. That's right. In the comfort of your own home, with the right kind of TV and cables, you can have the same resolution as movie theater screens. You don't even have to go out to the cinema to get the cinema quality picture. That's pretty wild to me. I don't really know what that's going to do for the industry exactly. 4K Blu-rays, they're really interesting. They use the H.2.65 codec, which is the high-efficiency video codec, as opposed to the H.2.64 video codec, the advanced video codec, which we all know and love because it lets us compress our videos for YouTube and Vimeo with really astonishing quality. 4K Blu-rays as of right now, because they haven't been in development for as long as normal Blu-rays, which can be up to 126 gigabytes, go up to about 100 gigabytes. But think about that. You have 100 gigabytes of storage on something smaller than the plate you eat dinner off of. We really do live in exciting times. And guess what else is coming out in the realm of 4K? This one will blow your mind. Auto-stereoscopic TVs in 4K cinema resolution. Dynaco actually has a model up right now. I think it's a prototype. I haven't seen any prices for it. But imagine, you can sit in front of a screen in your own home without needing to put glasses on. And the images will have depth, come right out at you. Pretty astonishing, in my opinion. But where do we go from there? I'm talking cinema quality. Traditional 35mm film translates to about 4K resolution. So why don't we go to 8K? Some people already have. There's actually a Japanese broadcasting company, Nippon Hoso Kyokai, and what they would hope to do is that by 2020, just in time for the Tokyo Olympics, they hope to make 8K broadcasting their ceiling. Isn't that astonishing? You can't fit 4K through a copper cable. It's a physical impossibility. And yet, in just 4 years' time, Japan is hoping that we can broadcast our world's finest athletes in something that's twice standard theater resolution. If you were to take Lawrence of Arabia, 70mm film, and convert it into pixels, it would be roughly around this resolution. And soon, you'll be able to get it in your own home. Wild times that we live in. But what about high-resolution 3D printers? If we want to make these images in pixels, real objects in our hands. This is just insane. There's a company called Kudo, and they have a 3D printer out right now called the Titan 1. Now this thing costs a pretty penny, and I'm going to tell you why. It can manufacture objects using little grains of sand that are about 5 micrometers in size, placed bit by bit, adhered together to create your object that you might have made in a 3D modeling program. A drop of water is about 10 micrometers, double the size of those grains of sand. Let that sink in. But if you're not a resolution hound, like I am, what else can 3D printers be used for? Say that your family is struck by a hurricane. You lose everything that you own. That's all right. There's a group out there called WASP, and they created this structure. Guess we should call it a machine. And it's called Big Delta. Thing's about 20 feet by 40 feet. And it makes houses. It doesn't even make them out of any kind of expensive material. It makes them out of dirt. Dirt that it can pick up from beneath itself. And it'll make you a single-person house. Something that you can live in that's a little bit better than a refugee tent. And it'll make it quickly, and it's energy efficient. Exciting times that we live in. We're also learning to 3D print new materials. The Mediated Matter program at MIT, just this last year, they were able to figure out how to 3D print glass itself. Molten glass. We can create glass structures that would have been physically impossible to blow now. I think that that's just wild. Along the lines of new physical matter that we were able to create using science, there was a nanotech firm in Britain that was able to create something that kind of frightens me, but I gotta say as an artist that it's kind of cool for what it does. It's called Vantablack. Get this. It's made out of carbon nanotubes, placed so tightly together that light can't get through them, or not even enough light can bounce off of them. That when you spray an object down with Vantablack, which you won't be able to do for probably 20 years because carbon nanotubes are really difficult to manufacture, you can't recognize with your eyes the contours of what you're looking at. If you spray down a can, you look at it from any angle you want to, It's going to look two-dimensional. Your eyes just slip right off it. It looks physically impossible. Imagine if we coded soldiers in that. Back to something a little bit more productive, though. Something that helps the human race. At Oxford's Johns Hopkins Hospital over this last year, we were able to connect something with the resolution of an early 2000 cell phone camera to a woman's brain through her optic nerve. She had been blind for 16 years, and now, thanks to the heavy processing power of the brain, she's able to see again. Not only can we create these things, these 3D objects, these amazing images, crystal clear quality, we can connect people to reality again, optically. I think that's just wild. But we're also doing really strange things with the capturing technology. The United States military wanted to commission Canon to create a camera that could basically see in the dark in full HD. Something that was kind of like the resolution that your eyes see in, maybe not so high, but we're talking something really close to the pitch black inside of a cave. If wrought by, I think it's 0.004 lux, which is not that much. Oddly enough, though, there was an engineer in Canon's Japanese branch that accidentally leaked the specs of the camera, thinking that it was going to be a commercial release. And oops. So now, Canon is releasing the ME-20. The ME-20 is a miracle of modern video capturing, and it's going to be released to the public now, thanks to that little goof. I'm personally very, very excited to use it. Speaking again of those kids over at MIT and the crazy things that we can do with video capture, they were able to last year find out how to point a high-speed video camera at objects, check the hypersonic vibrations of the object, and be able to recover sounds in the room. You can have a security camera at a plant. People wouldn't think that you're filming them, but you can hear every single thing that they're saying. Surveillance is going to have a hell of a time with that one. This was all accomplished using an algorithm that can read the vibrations off of the plant. Yeah, it was actually a really good year for algorithms. This is one of my favorites as an artist because, like the 4K of your own home, it's going to make some people's jobs either obsolete or it's going to force them to evolve to these new technologies. A neural algorithm of artistic style. This was a paper published by an independent group that was bought by Google over this last year. See, Google has been using this thing called deep learning in a lot of its programs, which mimic the way that the human brain analyzes objects and scenarios. Say you want a computer to be superhumanly good at breakout. You run these deep learning programs, and the way that it's coded allows it to eventually convince a human who never do, who never lose, and would never even make the wrong move. It would get points at speeds that we wouldn't even be able to. Now imagine if that same program could look at enough images, say Google Images' entire library of images. It would eventually be able to distinguish a picture of a snowman from a picture of a pickaxe just by analyzing them. Now, we're actually way past this. We're at the point to get back to my algorithm. We can put in a famous painting, like a Van Gogh, Starry, Starry Night. It will analyze the brushstrokes of said painting, the forms, which are normally painted, the colors used. Then, let's say we put in a selfie that you took on your iPhone. It will make that selfie look like Vincent Van Gogh painted it himself, in the style of Starry, Starry Night. Google. You know, Google and Microsoft, two of the world's big tech giants, are actually about to go head-to-head. It's mostly speculation, but if you look at where they sit on the virtual reality market, considering Facebook owns Oculus Rift, and Google is part of Facebook. Microsoft is releasing the HoloLens. Two big VR headsets. The HoloLens is more of a focus on sort of interactivity, and the Oculus Rift is more of a focus on resolution being plugged into computers. So, we're going to see these two tech giants go at it in VR, probably adapt to each one's features, and I'm just excited as heck to see how all of that's going to go down. It really is a wondrous time in technology. Right? We can hook people up, a bunch of Raspberry Pis and clones that they code in themselves, each one coding to do a different thing. You know, Singer, images 2 years ago did one hell of a demonstration where she used basic Raspberry Pis that we did not. Hooked into the sensors on gloves, and was able to do an entire concert just by waving her hands in different ways. Telling them what gestures do which things for which instruments. Really funky performance of it. We'll stop there. Someday, we're going to have these technologies for ourselves. They're going to change our children's lives. Going to change our lives. Going to define the art that we make. Going to define the things that we can do. Define our privacy. Define how we can express the lives itself. Who knows what we'll be able to do with technology? Who knows how far technology will take us?